Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny, Velotime.
Hey, all right. Welcome to Tell It Like It Is. And it's always a pleasure to have my co-host Mariana sitting alongside of me.
Hello,
Hello,
Vinny.
Mariana.
How are
Hello,
you?
my baby. How are you? I'm
Good,
fine.
thank you.
You know, I hate, you know, with the news, with so much going on with the news, with Donald Trump and who's getting killed, and you know, it's you know what's bothering me? This, what's his name, Ferguson. You know, my condolences go to his family, and that poor kid should rest in peace. But you know, I think the people that are protesting, I think they're going about it the wrong way, because what they're doing is they're destroying their own neighborhoods.
Right.
They're breaking into stores and turning cars upside down. You want to do that, do it somewhere else. Don't destroy your own neighborhood. It'll look like a ghetto by the time you're done with it, you know? And I mean, I could understand how that they're, you know, pissed off about what happened.
Of course.
But I think there's a better way that they could send their message rather than to destroy their neighborhoods.
Yeah, there has to be a better way.
Donald Trump, now he's another one. You know, I happen to like him. I'm keeping, you know, my vote to myself for now. But Donald Trump looks funny when the hair, you know, got a little, with the little windy, you know, and his hair, you know, with the hat.
They call him the treasure troll because of his hair when it goes up like that.
I tell you.
He has a very interesting hairdo. Let's just say that.
And he's got what they call chutzpah.
He does.
And
he doesn't keep anything to himself.
Nothing. He says, I don't like politicians.
No.
They're a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
He gets down on everybody. Now, I understand what he's trying to do. He says, you know, this country's in very, very bad shape. Right. And we have to do something about it before it goes to the dogs. It already went to the dogs. So now I think he's trying to get us out of that mess. Now, with him, I think it's going to go either way. It's either he's going to get us out of this mess, or he's going to put us, he might push that button, we'll all be in trouble. I have no idea. But anyway, you know,
Boy, it made for an interesting debate. Did you watch the Republican primaries?
No, I missed it. And I still have it. I taped it.
Yeah,
and
you should definitely watch
it.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And a lot of comments that he's made raised a lot of red flags.
With that girl.
Yes.
With that blonde.
With the moderator.
Man. Yeah, well, I'm going to eventually watch it.
You definitely need to, because you should hear what he has to say.
Well, you know, it's just that I'm so busy all the time.
You know,
like I wake up in the morning, I got to deal with my son. You know, I did him a favor, and I happened to get him a lot of money for something, and
you were away. You had a family reunion this past weekend.
And I had a family reunion, upstate New York in Poughkeepsie. And here I am, thinking I only had about 7 or 8 relatives left. I didn't realize I was up there. I was like about 66 people, and all the I'm a great uncle, and there was all these beautiful girls from 21 to 24 years old, and they wanted me to say something because I'm the actor of the family, the comedian, the showman. I love her, and there's not much that I was able to say except, you know, I'm so happy to be here, but something's killing me. I can't talk to anybody here because I'm related to everybody, you know, so I can't make a move.
You can't really tell it how it is.
Right.
You had to kind of bite your tongue.
You're right. So, but I had a great time up there.
I'm sure you did. And yes, who was hosting it?
My nephew. Oh. My sister's kid. And I haven't seen my family, all my sisters in ages. My sister from Boston came in. Wow. My sister from the Bronx. Sister from Staten Island. My nephew lives up there. He bought a home. It's over $1 million. The swimming pool is much larger than. I don't know who she is, but I keep waving to her.
Someone caught Vinny's attention.
the swimming pool is even much larger than this room.
You're kidding.
Oh, man, it's in the ground. It's dynamite. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much time because we have a fabulous entertainer tonight.
We do.
And we've both seen him.
We have. We've seen him in action.
And we've seen him
recently.
in action.
Yeah.
We have. And the guy is so good. And
beautiful
you know,
voice.
And that music reminds me of when I was a bad kid. Brings back a lot of good memories. You know? Agnes, did you hear that one? Okay. And I'm still bad. Anyway,
yeah.
I'd like to introduce him. He's so great.
He's wonderful.
Please give him a nice hand. Dennis Dell.
Yay!
All right.
Yes, it's you. Yes, it's you. And I will always love you. So if you want me, take me as I am. Here I stand, just the plain and simple Joe. I'm not perfect, nor do I claim to be so. So if you want me, take me as I am. I'm not a genius, nor do I want to be. I'm not perfect, as you can plainly see. So if you want me, take me as I am. I know just how to treat you and make you love me strong. I never loved anyone else, and you taught me right from wrong. Yes, it's you. Yes, it's you. And I will always love you. So if you want me, take me as I am. You take me as I am. Thank you. Thank you. Uncle Dino. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Sunday, your kiss just told me my sundown is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Sunday, my heart keeps saying that someplace is near. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for every girl to have your charm. And every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I find in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, to have your charms. Every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I find in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well waiting for someone like you.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
All right. All right.
Uncle Dino.
All right.
Yay, Dennis.
Ah, that was so
Dennis
wonderful.
Dell, that was
That first song, I'm sorry.
fantastic.
First of all, Mr. Dennis,
My
it's
pleasure.
always a pleasure.
My pleasure,
Welcome,
Mariana.
Dennis.
Mariana,
We're so happy to be here tonight.
oh man,
It's great.
It's a pleasure to have you back. That
Absolutely.
first song, what year did that come out?
Take Me As I Am, Dupree's. I believe it was 1964.
64.
Yeah.
I told her 62.
You were close.
It could be 60. I think it's 64 though.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. You might be right, but I think 64. 64.
Because I remember the days when I got in trouble, and that was one of them.
Oh, that was one
Take
of them,
me
okay.
as I am. I was getting ready for my first marriage.
Take Me As I Am.
Oh boy.
Just a plain old
We
simple
won't get
joke.
into
That's
that
it.
one. Anyway, we enjoyed watching you upstate. Where were
Well, that was
where were we?
the Pelham the gazebo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That
We
was
were-
a
yeah, we
fundraiser or
enjoyed
something.
having you
Yeah,
up
that was
there.
great. I always
And-
enjoy. I love doing benefits and fundraisers for a good cause.
And you were fantastic.
Thank
I don't
you.
know how many songs you sang, but you were so
I think about
entertaining.
6 or 7. I forget.
I shouldn't say this, but you were my favorite.
Oh yeah. You hear that,
I
everybody?
shouldn't. I'm sorry.
You hear that,
Everybody,
world?
everybody else was amazing, but you seriously were really
Yeah,
top
there was a few
notch.
people that
Thank
sang
you.
up there, right?
There were so many of
Yeah,
our
they had-
friends
you're right,
from
you're
the
right.
show that
You're
were
right, you're right.
There was
incredible.
4, I think 4.
You know who has
four
Yeah.
entertainers, I
a
believe.
wonderful voice, as well as he? That's Jackie the Magic.
Jackie
too.
Oh, Jackie's terrific.
Jackie is terrific.
Terrific, yeah.
You know?
She does a lot of different, like Connie Francis, and
Yeah.
oh, it's great. She does a great Connie
But
Francis.
then again, she's a wonderful entertainer, great songs, great voice.
Oh, great.
But I happen to like your music better.
Well, yeah, it's from your era. You know, that's
Oh, it's
what
from
it
my
is. Yeah,
era,
it's from your
right?
era, yeah.
Yeah.
But even if it's from your era, it's something that it's so classic that
Yeah.
everybody enjoys it
Right,
and
right,
likes
that's
going
right.
back to that time,
Yeah, it
even
just
if you
brings
weren't
a
born
lot of
then.
memories. You know, good thing about this
Yeah.
music, you know, as old as it is, it introduces to the younger generation
It
too.
does.
You know?
Now, do you remember any of these songs when they first? I don't want to ask you your age, but
I'm 29. No,
no,
no. Actually, I was a very, very
small.
small child when these songs. I was young,
Okay.
very young, you know,
Okay.
when they came out. But I grew up with it. My parents,
Yeah.
they had the 45s, you know, the old vinyl. I lived with it
Did it always catch your attention,
all
that
the
type of
time.
music? Yeah.
All the time. It just stuck with me all these years. I started when I was 10 years old.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You started taking voice lessons
No,
at school or just?
my own voice
You're
lessons.
kidding.
Yeah, free.
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? You know who I heard from today?
Who?
Kenny Vance.
Kenny,
You
how's he
did.
doing, my
How's
boy?
he doing?
Kenny Vance.
Yeah.
Not only did he call me, he sent me a package of all. First I spoke to him, then when I went downstairs to check the mail, left me a
Yeah.
big package, sent me all kinds of CDs or whatever.
Wow, it's
That's
great.
so
You know, and,
nice.
Great.
You know, he's down in Florida. He'll be back soon.
I have a
You know.
CD for you before I leave.
Oh,
my,
do you?
my last
Great.
volume.
Not the one
volume
you
6.
already gave me, right?
No, I gave you a whole. I took some cuts from all my 5 CDs, but I just redid a 6.
So this is your 6th.
Yeah, volume 6. There's a lot of good stuff on
Wow,
it.
that's unbelievable,
Yeah,
man.
a lot of good stuff. I like to change my style and break the monotony up of the same. You go to a place and listen to a vocalist, it's all that one.
Right,
I try
one
to,
note,
I
yeah.
try to give them a little variety, you know.
And what goes into the selection of what you choose to sing on your CD? How does that work?
I just, you know, I know so many songs, and I think I'll pick this one out. I mean, I think I'll try it out. I think I know I can do it good. I just want to make sure it comes across. I did a whole 4 Seasons medley too. You know,
love the
4
Four
Seasons
Seasons.
medley. I did, you know.
Yeah, I listened to your CD.
Yeah, that's not on
you
that
sent-
CD.
Wow, you
It's on the
This is
new
another
CD.
you
one.
got a lot of songs on there.
Oh, I got a lot, yeah. I got a lot more than that.
And you got more than that.
More than that. Well, the
I
volume
couldn't
6, you haven't
listen
heard
to
any.
the whole thing.
No,
You
no.
had so many of them on there.
The volume 6, there's about 17 cuts on there.
Wow.
And just focus on I'm going to tell you, number 17, the last cut.
What was that? What was
The
it
last
called?
cut, it's called Il Mondo.
Yeah, what?
Il
Mondo.
Mondo.
Have you heard that before?
You listen to it, yeah.
I'm sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's one of my favorites that I did.
Well, I
It's great.
listen to, you know, in the morning when I wake up, You know, like I said, I had to deal with my son. I did him a favor, got him a lot of money for something, and so I listen to my oldies in the morning. It gives me my energy.
Right.
It's like a shot of cocaine.
Oh yeah. You need that push, that extra cup of coffee, you know.
Yeah, that's
right.
Because I'm not a coffee drinker. I like an espresso.
Right.
I have an espresso machine at the house, but I don't use it. But I like to listen to the music. It really perks me up.
Perks you up, exactly, yeah.
Then I go out and I have an espresso, or I have breakfast.
You get more perked up.
With Eric, if he's around.
If he's around, okay.
You know, he's in the audience now. But
He's
when I
so
call him, you can't call him before 11:30 because he doesn't answer the phone. And then if he does meet up with you, I say, "What are you doing tomorrow?" "No, tomorrow I'm good." And then when you meet up with him, because I have to be somewhere in an hour and a half. Why don't you make me come all the way downstairs to be with me for an hour and a half? Go to your
He's a
meeting.
busy man.
What?
Busy.
He's a busy man.
It's a busy bee.
So am I.
We're all busy.
So am
Yes,
I.
exactly.
We're all busy.
We need our space, you know.
So wow, that's.
Did you already release this last CD?
Well, I release it on my own. Yeah, I have it on the internet, and you know.
So where can
I
our
sell them
viewers-
at venues when I go to venues that they can purchase the CD. You know.
All these shows are going to be on YouTube in a couple of days.
Yes.
The one
That's
that you're
good.
doing now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And
yeah,
the one that you're going to do next week.
next week, right?
The continuation.
Which is a continuation of this one.
Of this one, right?
Yeah.
Right. 2.5
man.
hours. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That's great. I got that.
Those songs really.
Great.
You have. I don't know if you know because you didn't grow. You heard them in that era, but I grew
Yeah,
up
I actually
in that
grew
era.
up more in the like the Beatles and that stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
and the Bee Gees and all that stuff.
Yeah. 60, 70.
Okay.
But this, I always went back to this.
Yeah. Well, this.
When I put my group together, you know, I had a whole big show group.
This
you
was
know.
my era.
We had to do the oldies. We had
Pizza
to,
was like 10 cents a slice and
Oh.
15 cents a slice. And
$1.05 for a small pie, 6 slices of pizza
Well, you
pie.
want to know something? I'll tell you something. It's,
To the
you're
Bronx,
not gonna
that's where I
believe
came
this,
from.
but you know, I take city buses. But the last time I was on the subway, I don't like going down the stairs and going up the
Yeah, I
stairs
don't blame you.
and staring at people sitting across from you with ugly faces.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and
I hear you.
if I tell you the last time I was on a subway, you wouldn't believe it. They had straw seats. And
Oh, wow.
that straw
Yeah,
seats.
I remember
And the
there was
fare
a-
was 15 cents.
How long ago was this?
It was
Many
horrible.
moons ago.
My
Many
goodness.
moons ago.
Wow.
That was in the 60s.
Yeah, I remember when my parents, you know, a couple of times we took a subway. My father always took the subway to work.
That
and he
big
took
fan.
me
And you mentioned you
That
grew up
fans
in the
in the
Bronx.
to Bronx. Yes, yeah.
That fans in the subway car, big fans.
Wow.
And they had straw seats.
Yeah, I remember that, sure.
And they
I
had
remember
those little handlebars that you could hold on like,
Yep,
you know.
yep.
And that was the last
no
time I
air
was on a
conditioning.
train.
No air conditioning. That was
I
unheard
just
of.
don't like going downstairs.
No, I don't
And then
blame
It's
you
an
got, You got all
adventure.
these nuts down there.
You go
that push
downstairs, you may not come
People-
up.
Yeah, you got people sitting down there. You don't know who else behind you.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
push on the track.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
You know?
You're right. Right on.
And
That's
then,
something to think about.
As much as you see these idiots still go down there and stand at the end of the track and look for
They
the
look
train.
over. Yeah, you get some nut, just
You know, what
push
a
it.
bunch
It's
of
over.
You have to be
morons.
very
That's it.
careful.
Really are.
Very
People
careful.
going around with hatchets and knives.
Different world
and
today. Different world.
It
They're
is.
killing you for no reason at all.
Yep.
Maybe I don't know. I hope that if this guy Trump wins, I hope he
no.
cleans this all up. You don't think so?
No, I'm not voting for Trump. I'll announce it to everybody. I'm
Oh,
not.
okay. I'm just saying. I
Sorry,
hope that
Vinny.
If he
But
should
Everybody
win.
has opinions.
Everybody
you know,
has an
You
opinion.
keep opinions to
Okay.
yourself, and that's it. You know,
Exactly.
that's it.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, if he should win, I just really hope that he could straighten things out the way he said.
Let's put it. Whoever wins, you know, whoever wins should straighten out this country.
Exactly.
You know,
The what?
Whoever
whoever
wins.
wins, we
Whoever
hope to
wins.
straighten out the country.
Hopefully it'll
Whoever
just.
But it's really got
Okay,
bad,
well.
you know.
But now going back to you. So
Okay,
you
back
said, Dennis, so you said you started singing when you were 10.
Yes.
When did this actually transition into becoming a musical career?
Well,
How did that happen
at
for
10,
you?
I lived in an apartment building in the Bronx, and I remember playing the records. I just had it in my head. Actually, I started putting a group together when I was 12.
You're kidding.
Yeah, acapella group. We had records in the early mid-'60s. We recorded acapella. And they sold, you know, we didn't make money because we were young kids, we didn't care, we had big heads. Oh, we recorded the record, you
But
know.
none of you had studied with anyone. This was all
No,
natural,
no,
something that came to you.
I showed all my backup vocalists, all the harmony parts. That's what I'm blessed with that I can do that, you know. And we just kept going and going. We did some church dances and
You were talking earlier about the Duprees. Do you know them?
I know them, sure I know
You
them.
know them all?
Yes. I know,
So if I was to mention their name, your name to them, would they know you?
Definitely.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Definitely.
I talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
We've had them
They're
on the
also
show.
wonderful.
How many times?
They're all great bunch of guys.
With me
I love
being
them all.
here, only once have we
Yeah.
had them. As far as in the past 2.5
I know
years,
they've
but I don't know
been
for
here in my
you.
studio
Yes.
a couple of times.
Yeah, I've seen the.
They're coming back
I've
on
seen
again in what's
Soon.
next
Yeah.
month? September.
September.
October.
Yeah.
October, yeah.
Yeah, they
I
come back on.
I stay in touch with Tony, as a matter of fact, every now and then.
Oh, Tony,
yeah,
that's
Tony
my boy.
Testa, yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
They were sweethearts. I love them all. Yeah, they're great.
And
They
Jimmy's
are.
still dancing across the
Jimmy's
stage.
still. And
How old
Phil.
is Jimmy? Jimmy's in his 70s.
Yeah.
He ain't no spring chicken.
And Phil is.
This is a
He's
guy.
he does a
You
great
know
job.
Jimmy.
Of course.
He dances across
Jimmy
the
Oh,
Spinell.
stage.
no, he has
sideways.
some moves.
Jimmy Spinell, yeah.
Yeah,
good,
Jimmy
yeah,
Spinell.
yeah.
Then you got
And Phil Granito.
Phil,
Philly Greener, he does his Jackie Wilson.
and you
thing.
got what's his name?
Tommy Patillo. Tommy Patillo.
Tommy Patillo, the lead singer.
Yeah.
Wow. And here I get the finger. Okay, which means that we're ready for you again.
I'm back up.
All right.
Okay.
There has to be a better way for this guy to signal me rather than to give me the finger.
The cue.
all
I'm
the
going to
time.
warn you. I'll
The
be
cue.
back.
Okay. All right. Give him a nice hand again.
Dennis Dell,
Dennis Dell,
everyone.
all right.
Thank you.
Chances are, though I wear a silly grin, the moment you come into view, chances are you think that I'm in love with you. Just because my composure sort of slips the moment that your lips meet mine. Chances are you think my heart's your Valentine. In the magic of moonlight, when I sigh, hold me close, dear. Chances are you believe the stars that fill the skies are in my eyes. Guess you feel you'll always be the one and only one for me. And if you think you could, well, chances are your chances are awfully good. Chances are you believe the stars that fill the skies are in my eyes. Guess you feel you'll always be the one and only one for me. And if you think you could, well, chances are your chances are awfully good. The chances are your chances are awfully good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, here's one. Tonight could be the night to hear you say, darling, I do. And tonight could be the night to hear love with someone like you. Oh, my darling, hold me tight, and tonight just could be the night. Yeah. Play that sax. Do-wop, do-wop, wop, 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 do-wop. Oh, my darling, hold me tight, for tonight is the night.
Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Veloton.